You know what, man? This is a little heartbreaking. Have you been following this Jonathon Majors situation?
Yes.
It's crazy because the dude was killing the game, right? And then
killing it. Yeah.
This happens, and I'm over here like
Creed, Ant-Man. Like he was just going off it. I stopped there because I forgot the other ones, but there was a lot. There was a lot more than those.
Not only that, like his photo shoot was online, plus like everything. The dude was.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like him and Michael B. Jordan introduced a conversation that I was thoroughly enjoying. Like they did like the little photo shoot of them like hugged up and
right.
You know I mean?
Bromance shit. Yeah.
And
they stole our brand. That's cool.
Literally.
That's fine.
Yeah, we started that, you know what I mean? Only because we're not, you know. But anyways.
I've definitely heard about it. I know there was a lot of people out there that were like, oh, you guys are so concerned about his acting. What about the victims? Like, yes. One thing that will surprise Twitter. This is gonna be a shocker. So if you're from Twitter, you pay taxes. Your taxes to Twitter.
To Twitter,
you can.
You're $8 a month.
Yeah. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can sit there and watch a young new superstar like Majors come out. A dude of color, a black man, just come out, crush toxic masculinity with Michael B. Jordan. Like seeing somebody who's like, man, this is a role model. Like this is dope, and he's dope. Like he was probably the best part of fucking Ant-Man, right?
Honestly, I think that was a big reason why people were flocking to that movie because his character was
yes. Now here's the deal. It's almost like it's almost like a school shooter, dude. It's almost like a school shooting. It's like at this point in the United States anyway. Sorry if you're listening. I meant the United States.
I mean, only in the United States.
It's almost like
apparently.
You should be used to it, but it's like, of course, dude. Of course. God damn. Come.
You know what's crazy? I was wondering where you were going with the school shooting thing, but that's exactly the feeling, right?
Yeah.
When you hear it, you be like, oh, really, dude? Like, you was it. Like, I hate to borrow this meme, but like, you was the chosen one. Like,
right. Yeah. Okay, so I get how this sounds. We definitely have, we don't have all the information. I know it sounds like we've already made up our minds about what's what and who's at fault, yada, yada, yada. But the fact of the matter is we don't. So just in case there are people out there that aren't fully up to speed on everything, they've heard the deal, they've heard the headlines, they don't really know what's what, and I guess we'll see, right? I'm going to try my best to quickly recap everything we know. You can skip ahead if you already know. The source is The Cut. They put out an article.
Like a timeline?
Literally.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like they put like a little timeline, like a sequence of events?
Yeah. The article is literally titled Everything We Know About the Jonathon Majors incident. All right. So check this out. Here we go. March 25th, 911 call. That goes down. This is everything that has kicked this off. TMZ broke the story. Fight in the cab over text messages. Woman tells the police that she was assaulted and she was taken to the hospital with minor head and neck injuries. Criminal complaint is Majors puts hands on woman's neck, causing bruising and substantial pain, right? So that's in quotes, and hits her face, leaving a laceration behind the ear. Initially arrested on charges of strangulation and released later that day. Now, here's the deal, is they dropped the strangulation charges. And now they leave it at, now it's just being charged with misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, attempted assault, and harassment. I don't know the difference between those. Just go Google them in New York and you'll tell the difference.
Do we have any lawyers to explain it to us?
So on April 27th, the judge granted the alleged victim a full temporary order of protection. This, by the way, the restraining order. Yeah. So he grants the restraining order, which the lawyer says that's normal, right? And Majors doesn't want anything to do with her, so he has no reason to fight it. So the judge is like, all right, if this is what you want, do you have a reason why this shouldn't be that way? Oh, you don't? Because you don't even want to see her anyway? It's granted. All right. So the lawyer, her name is Chaudhry, says the NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. We expect these charges to be dropped soon. Now, I will harken back on my own previous military and law enforcement life.
Gate guard.
This is true, right? But I have responded to domestic violence calls before. That's not entirely true. Like, if you show up to a domestic violence situation and there's no evidence of violence, at worst, the individual is going to be ordered to leave the house. You're only getting arrested when there is evidence of a crime.
We're talking about like,
right?
Well, when you say evidence, like bruises and stuff have to be present.
Right. Now, that doesn't mean it happened still, right? Let's say she hits herself. Okay. Let's say that, sure, she has marks, but it was only because he was defending himself because she was flipping out. Let's just say. Okay. I will admit that cops show up to your house and then the woman it has marks on her. Yeah, that probably is automatic. So what this tells me is not that it happened, but there had to been marks on her because you don't just no one's getting arrested off of hearsay. Yeah, there had to been something that led to an arrest. Okay.
How much evidence? Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but how much evidence does it have to be readily available for them to use, do an actual arrest? And I'm not saying this like try to defend them. Right? This is just actually from my knowledge. In your experience, how much do you actually need to say, okay, you're coming with us?
You have to have a reasonable belief. That's the case, and that's going to be different for every officer. And you're going to have to articulate that, right? Like, when do you get a speeding ticket? When do you not? How fast can you go before you get a speeding ticket? Like, it's going to depend on the cop. Now, maybe the cop arrests for nothing. Maybe all he needs is a crying woman. Well, you might get a wrongful arrest, lawsuit out of that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But let's say I look and I go, well, dang, look, his knuckles are red, or I'm looking at her face she has a bruise on the side of her face, like. Yeah, I think, or maybe I don't see any bruises.
What if
but I see the house is exactly. Yeah, the house is disheveled, and she says that he was breaking shit. I mean, I don't know. Basically, there's no way to really know. It's going to be different for every
responding
cop.
officer.
Yeah. So on March 30th, Chargery released a series of alleged text messages. Now here's where shit gets kind of like, where you got to kind of back off and we got to see where the evidence takes us. They said they had to arrest you as protocol, right? This is a text message from the alleged victim and they release it. Okay. So this is from the woman that supposedly
allegedly
Majors had beat up. She says in her text to him, they said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight.
Okay.
I mean, that's a text. That means there were injuries.
There were injuries. There were some.
Right. Now, that again, was he defending himself? And we'll get into that a little bit later here soon.
Can you use text message for honeypot operations? Like, for example, like let's say if I'm buying, remember all those drugs you sold me last week? And like, let's say the person doesn't sell you or haven't sold you drugs or doesn't sell drugs, and be like, what are you talking about? Or let's say I say jokingly, sarcastically, yeah. Can that be used to incriminate me as a drug dealer even though I didn't sell drugs? Okay,
100%.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because then she'll be like,
by the way, full disclosure, people, I'm not saying that's what happened here. I'm like legit curiously asking if text messages are actually liable proof for.
Yeah. I mean, because think about it. Like, think about this situation. If she had texted, why would you hit me like that? And then his text message back to her was, because you deserved it, bitch. Yeah, she's going to give that to the cops, and that's going to absolutely be evidence. You know what I mean? And then he's fucked.
Wait,
so they said they had
message?
No,
that was an example. I was like, yeah, that motherfucker deserves
an example. No. So going back a little bit, they said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. One message read, "We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you." Another alleged text, the woman said, "They do not have my blessing on any charges being placed." They don't need any. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. She goes on to assure Majors that, quote, "I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior." According to documents reviewed by The Cut, the actor's driver will testify that the woman assaulted Majors while she was attempting to steal his phone, unquote. Charger claims Majors then ran out of the car and sent the woman a breakup text from the hotel where he spent the night. Now, here's the deal. Again, we just got to wait for the evidence. It would be really, really silly of anyone to say either, fuck Jonathon Majors, that dude's a woman beater, the end, canceled. That would be stupid, although I am very sure most of the internet, especially my fellow lefties, are doing exactly that.
Oh, this is happening now.
Yeah, but it would also be pretty fucking stupid to go, looks like he's innocent to me. Because if sure it doesn't. Because
his driver said it was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well,
yeah, exactly. So check this out.
Payroll.
Bingo, right? Bingo. And very common, anybody who has, more than 2 seconds on their hands can fucking Google the fact that it happens all the time that the abuser beats the shit. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes on base housing. The abuser beats the shit out of his wife, right? Not saying this happened here. I'm not saying this happened, but I'm just saying her saying, "Oh, I didn't, and I don't want them to." That is fucking normal.
Well, it's
for
like
the abused to do that.
Now, again, and somebody who's more qualified than me, please correct me on this. But a lot of times when there's like some domestic violence dispute, the victims tend to blame themselves.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, 100%. That was my bad. Like.
Right.
Like I shouldn't have, like you hit me because I got to start, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Like you don't see the good times. We see it in the tropes in the movies all the time. You don't even have to experience it in real life. You see it, right? They're tropes in movies because that is how real life goes. You don't see us when we're happy and but I made him super angry. That was kind of my fault. Yada yada yada.
I think the worst one I've ever heard is like, that's how I know he loves me, because for him to get that much angry.
Oh my God.
And I was fucked. Like,
that's so fucked. Jesus.
Oh my God.
That hurts. That hurts.
That, bro.
All right. So Major's lawyer went on to say that the actors. So now, remember I said, remember to keep in your mind about the bruising and stuff like that. The lawyer is saying there was no swelling, bruising, or substantial pain, which I don't see how that's possible because we know that that's what the cop saw to the woman's finger. And then they go into this whole thing where they describe a video. And I don't know if the video is out there. I didn't try to go look for it. There's supposedly a video that exists that shows her clubbing later after this and using her hands, picking up, moving her hair and showing that her finger is not hurt or whatever. Yeah. Now, clubbing.
So there was a deleted tweet. I think it was Tiffany Haddish. I think that's her name. She's known for taking this controversial take. She made a tweet about like, Jonathon Majors, shorty, whatever. She was out there clubbing, clearly uninjured and stuff like that. And there's actually people that are using that and running with it.
So in the same way that it is very common for police to show up to a domestic violence situation and the wife not want, or the abused, I should say rather, that the abused person suddenly does not want them to press charges, right? Because a lot of things happen at the height of emotions. He just hit her, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But now adrenaline's dropped, and now they're thinking to myself, oh my God, his career's done. He's going to leave me for calling the cops. I'm going to have nobody who wants me. I have 2 kids. No one's going to, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, right?
Yeah.
It's also common for people in that situation to go out and seek social support, to go out and drink. Fuck this. I'm tired of this. And now I'm out here. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, when people say dumb shit, like, that's not what I would do when I break up. I'm like, but that's what I did.
I was like, but you know what? Though?
Literally what I did.
I hate when people try to do the holier than thou bullshit. Because people are like, oh, how can you go clubbing injured? I'm like, you know in what atrocious conditions I've been that I decided, like, my boy's like, yo, we're about to go out. And I'm be like, bro, I just got my wisdom teeth removed. I'm high as hell. My cheeks, I look like a chipmunk. He goes like, I know you was a bitch. I'm like, you're right. Let's go. Right? And then,
right.
Like, right. I have homies who like, wait.
So imagine somebody saying, he didn't just get his wisdom teeth out. Look at this video. He's out there clubbing.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Do you go clubbing after you get your wisdom teeth out? Proof. He didn't have his wisdom teeth taken out. I'm like, no, he's just easily influenced. That's all.
That ass, right? And not only that, though, why are we acting like, I hate when people use the club as an example, a bar or club, like, oh, look at her out in the club or the bar. I'm like, that's where people go. That's where lonely people go to numb whatever pains out. You know how
true
clinically depressed I've been, that I'd be like, right. No, I just need a club, loud music, liquor, and then once I'm super drunk, I'm just gonna cry to my friends about how nobody loves me.
And that's exactly happened.
Welcome to that melanated
timeline. Absolutely happened. Justin Perrin, you remember? You remember? Yes, I do. I was the person crying.
Remember my ties? No, you're my brother now.
Yeah. All right, so check this out. Now here we go. Chaudhry, the defense lawyer, says that body camera footage will show that the police officer coached the woman to say that Majors grabbed her by the throat by touching his own neck several times when questioning her. The defense lawyer also accuses officers of being more sympathetic to a petite white woman than Majors, who was a tall, strong, young, very famous black man. That matters.
That actually does matter.
That fucking matters, because white tears kill black men white woman tears kill black men.
Bro, they say that
every
white
fucking
woman tears
day.
No, I agree. White woman tears are probably like the most dangerous shit.
Almost as dangerous as cops.
Dead ass though, because you know what's crazy? I didn't even know up until now that Shorty was white. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Like anytime.
And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, that's what you get.
That's what you get. That's fucked up. He's like, see, that's what happens when you start fucking mess with Casper, the unfriendly ghost. Fuck it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You see, you took your list down. I see that. No.
Fuck off, dude. Censor this shit.
Hey, Carolyn Donham died yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, she died yesterday.
Yeah,
That's the bitch that I hope hell exists. She got Emmett Till's killed.
Yeah.
That story, that shit has been happening for the last 400 plus years, and before that in Europe, I'm sure.
You know, that's why I always like look sideways when people talk about heaven, hell, doing good, karma is real. It's like this bitch live a fucking full life.
Yeah, she lived to like 976 years old, and she should have been burning in hell when she was long ass time ago.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck her.
That's why I know hell's fake.
Yeah.
All right. Under more careful headlines, domestic violence experts noted that it's common for abusers to manipulate survivors into thinking they themselves are the blame for violence. Fact.
Yeah.
Like, look what you made me do.
We just talked.
You know
about
what I mean?
This.
So check this out. Imagine a situation where she is acting the fool. She is trying to get his phone from her, right? And she is flipping out because she thinks he's cheating on her, right? Now, this is just hypothetical. I just want people to go, are you telling me this is not likely? And as she's climbing over him, screaming, he takes her by the throat, slams her into the other side of the car, and hits her and says, get the fuck off me. Listen, if that's what happened, maybe some piece of shit out there can go, yeah, well, she shouldn't have been trying to get his phone. Bro, if he put his hands on her like that to get her to not take his phone, fuck Jonathon Majors.
You know what though, and not trying to make light of the situation, but every motherfucker that gets that aggressive when somebody's trying to reach your phone, bro, admit you're cheating at that point.
Just leave her, bro.
Like,
you're a fucking...
Like,
dude, you're a good looking dude. Everybody fucking dude. You got people fapping and flicking their bean to you. You have the whole world. Just let her go. Like, who cares?
It blows.
You don't have to beat her ass.
It literally blows my mind. No, because like everybody, like
matter of fact, just give her the phone. Be like, yep, and then that's the sixth other woman that I'm doing right now too. So go.
And not only that though, like, okay, this is how you know that money.
You'd be an asshole, but now you wouldn't be arrested.
Yeah, but and again, it'll be a easier story to digest because with money, right? People become assholes, smug. The true self starts coming out with money, right? And if you are Jonathon Majors' level of like success, so you're at the height of your career, and your girl's accusing you of cheating, let's say you are, and then she grabs your phone and stuff like that, some people will have a smugness. I feel like I will have a smugness. I will never cheat, but I'm saying like I will have like.
You're not gonna like what you find in there.
But I'll be like, you know what? If you want to ruin your night, go ahead.
Yeah.
And then she goes like, how could you? I'm like, I'm Jonathon Majors.
Like, right. No. Let me stop. Let me pause. This is a better situation than beating her ass.
Still a piece of shit, by the way, for cheating.
If I'm Jonathon Majors and I have the world at my feet in that way, I'm letting everyone know, like, listen, no, I am not ready for a wife. I'm not ready for a situation. Here are the boundaries. If you want to love me, if you can't help yourself for loving me, you need to know has to be an open relationship. If you don't want it to be an open relationship in which I'm going to travel the world and sleep who I want, and so can you, by the way,
I was just about to say,
then this relationship is not going to work.
Like it's going to be one of those open relationships that dudes used to do back in the day. Like, so what are we? You're like, what you mean? I'm single, you my girl.
That's it.
But
that better than beating her ass because she wants her phone.
That's what I'm saying. And
if that happened,
every time I hear stories about like, oh, I don't know if my man's cheating. Well, why? What happened? Well, I grabbed his phone and went to the bathroom and he knocked the bathroom door out. I was like, he's definitely cheating. Let's get that out the way.
Here. Bro code, breaking the bro code. If you take his phone and lock yourself in the bathroom and he destroys that bathroom door to get to you, I need you to do this. I need you to calmly hand him back his phone and know he's fucking other people and pack your shit and leave.
No,
nobody fucking does that shit if they're not fucking around.
First of all, I wasn't cheating, okay? I have this real nice surprise for you that you're gonna ruin.
No. More realistically, this is what these motherfuckers say. It's just disrespect. It's boundaries. It's privacy, bro.
Man.
It's I broke down the door and I put my hands on you and I almost sprained your finger. I almost broke your finger to snatch my phone in your hand because I value privacy.
I will never.
Matter of fact, I'm too faithful to you. And you know what's sad?
That logic makes sense to them.
Broken, yes, it does, but also broken women who are abused, they buy it.
Oh yeah,
they buy it. It's sad as fuck, but they're like, man, he's right. I can't believe I made him break down the bathroom door like that. I wouldn't like that done to me. I gotta learn to trust. I just got to learn to trust. So there has been some professional fallout. Majors was dropped by his talent agency, Entertainment 360, and his PR firm. The Army, he was a spokesperson in some Army commercial. The U.S. Army dropped him because, you know, they have standards now, I guess. And
hypocrisy.
yeah, exactly. And is no longer part of two upcoming projects, The Man in My Basement and an Otis Redding biopic. Biopic, I think.
Yeah,
biopic. Damn, that last one.
You know, I know Marvel's kicking himself for the spoiler warning for Quantumania.
They're good. They've already set this up. They are foolproof.
Oh yeah, multiverse variants.
We have a crocodile Loki. We have a lady Loki. We can next movie he's out. Totally new actor.
Yeah, but I'm saying
just change it.
Well, okay, that's true. But
how many people are going to be as good as this dude, man? Like,
no, but
they struck gold by casting him.
They actually wasn't it a plot point that every variant of Kang was the same, especially in that post credit scene. I mean,
no, but so in the post credit scene, you got one where he's like Fu Manchu'd up and
yeah, but they were all Jonathon Majors.
Yeah,
I would have to look.
I don't know.
Either way. Well, yeah, no, but at the same time, Marvel could literally do whatever they want right now. They can recast Captain America and have
Yep, exactly.
Be played by Michael B. Jordan and call it a day.
Exactly. Yeah. He also won't be accompanying the luxury brand Valentino to the Met Gala, a decision that was mutually agreed upon, according to Deadline. He's been dropped from the Texas Rangers ad campaign, the outlet reported. On April 19th, Variety reported, now here we go. I wanted this to be a little bit more balanced. I will say, before I read this last point, I will say my official position is gotta wait for the evidence. Either way. Now, typically, let me just say, and this is gonna sound bad to a lot of listeners, I don't really do that. I'm not a juror. I'm not the court. And if I'm looking at a true crime case, if I see evidence and police came and she was beat to fucking hell and she was shackled against the bed, and you could tell she had been forced to defecate in a bucket next to her, and we found him trying to flee to Mexico. You got motherfuckers out there like R. Kelly stands that are like, hey, whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? Like, bitch, I don't have to wait till innocent to proven guilty.
You don't have to go far. You don't even have to go that far. Andrew Tate stands.
Yes, exactly.
Bro, that's
exactly.
Bro,
yes.
like it comes out of his own mouth, like, and they.
Yes. Nah, he was kidding. He was kidding.
They use the Bible.
Out of context.
The Bible, fucking
the Quran. You gotta use it.
Oh yeah, true. Context, and I'm like,
bro. So here's the deal. Typically, I don't really need to wait for all the evidence to come out if enough of it is damning up. I also know that I'm willing to change my mind. I'm a human being, and this whole idea of like, you fucking Spock or Dr. Manhattan is like, I have no emotions to this particular evidence until all the evidence is presented to me. And then I would decide how I will react from here. Thank you. See you when the trials end. Yeah, exactly.
Is this the thing?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and live long and prosper and good day. No, I'm a human being. I'm gonna see shit. I'm gonna react to it. Okay. There is a lot in both directions here that make me go, okay, in this case, I'm going to say, I'm going to reserve judgment. I'm going to be like, look, I don't know. There's a lot of shit that looks bad, but there's also shit that looks like if the police did coach, if she wasn't injured, There was another thing on here. I'm surprised I forgot to grab it. The doctor is on record saying that the injuries she had were not consistent with an assault. So it's like, we'll see. It's a big we'll see. But here's the key right here. Here's the key. And then I'll let you go. But check it out. This is the last bullet point here. On April 19th, Variety reported that more women have come forward with abuse allegations.
I was just about to bring that
and
up.
are cooperating with the district attorney's office. A representative declined to comment. A hearing for the case is scheduled on May 9th. So, remember what I said? Like, I don't usually have to wait. You
make a judgment.
One of the most damning things that can happen to somebody, and I'm still gonna wait, but one of the most damning things that's like happen to somebody is more than one motherfucker coming out of the woodworks to say a thing happened. That looks bad. Now, yeah, we could definitely, talk about dude makes a lot of money and there are people who might see paydays, but the fact of the matter is, it looks bad.
Like, it looks bad. Like, because at the end of the day,
it looks bad.
Because even if he's found not guilty, even though he is, right, it's gonna hurt the cause, because obviously women's gonna feel like they don't have voices. There's a group of people that are collaborating the same story, and then furthermore, there's gonna be the judge, the people that are gonna defend this type of behavior.
When you say even though he is, you mean hypothetically, like worst case scenario, if he's found not guilty,
and he is,
and he did do it, here's why that's super bad. Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not that we know one way or another.
All this
gotcha.
hypotheticals, hyperboles, all this shit, right? Now, let's say he is proven not guilty, and he actually didn't do it. Everybody was trying to, get a payday, whatever the case may be. There's still gonna be a group of people that's gonna view the situation like, well, what happened to all this? So this, it's kind of one of those where I like what you said about holding judgment till the end and see what the evidence take us, because it's, as you were reading the whole thing, right? Part of me, I flip-flopped the entire thing. I was like, he did it. Oh shit! Nah, he might not do it. He did it. Nah, he might not. Then like the more people, right? I was like, oh, more people came forward. I'm like, he did it. But then I can see somebody convinced, like, well, we don't know yet. What if?
We don't know. Yeah.